Guys, before I begin this video, I'd like to clear that I'm not trying to generalize stuff over here to present my opinions about certain things as facts. A few months back, I did a video breaking down the latter years of Shah Rukh Khan's career trajectory where I mentioned things that, again, in my opinion, don't work in the actor's favor. In that video, while comparing Shah Rukh Khan particularly with Aamir Khan, I mentioned how there are two aspects of modern day acting, art and craft. You can go ahead and watch that video first to know what I was talking about, but in that video, I mentioned something that I'm going to be contradicting today. I mentioned how despite having enough talent and focusing on the art, SRK's characters spiritually appear to be the same, whether it be his role as a lost tour guide in Jab Harry Met Sejal or even a vertically challenged yet carefree Baua Singh in Zero. A lack of emphasis on physical craftsmanship has put the actor in an awkward situation where his roles, when first announced, do appear to be intriguing and even path-breaking on paper, but come out looking the same old when the films release. Comparing that to Aamir Khan, I mentioned how despite arguably being the lesser actor of the two, his fierce emphasis on crafting his characters as realistically as possible does a better job in hyping up the audience for his films. Whether it be his willingness to shave off his head completely in Gajni to justify a head injury, or putting on pounds and pounds of fat in Dangal to essay a much older real-life person. So clearly, craft is an important aspect of acting. But is it the most important aspect? I don't think so. And that can't be any more blatantly obvious than in the recently released Toofan, where how I believe an overemphasis on the physical attributes of the fictional boxer Aziz Ali is what eventually caused the downfall of Farhan Akhtar's performance in the lead. Okay, this is not a Toofan movie review per se, it's just me talking about something I observed when watching the movie last weekend. This was the coming together of the Bhag Milkha Bhag actor-director duo, so don't blame us for having high hopes. But when watching the movie, I couldn't help but not give a shit about Aziz and his quest to get back into the sport he was disrespectfully banned from 5 years ago. But convenient plot points, emotional manipulation, and a lack of direction were the least of my concerns. We've seen time and time before how even the most average of the films were uplifted quite a few notches due to their actors involved. Sadly, Tufan doesn't lie in that category. And it's even sadder because at the helm of the film, there was Farhan Akhtar, a truly gifted actor returning to a genre that instantly put him on the map as an on-screen talent to be looked out for. And I know I might be stepping on a few toes here, but I think Tufan was the most disappointing acting effort we've seen come out of Akhtar. Not because he hasn't done his fair share of questionable roles in the past, but because Tufan had the ability to become so much more than what we finally got to see. For starters, no matter how much you try to sell Farhan Akhtar as this street-bred tapori, it just doesn't translate on screen. His a little too polished look and language just kills the character right from the first sequence. Sure, there's less of that as the movie progresses and we see Aziz become a family man, but if I were being brutally honest, nothing about Akhtar's portrayal of the returning boxer engaged me. His emotional scenes in particular went past me with little to no effect. Now provided, we can't just blame the actor for this since the movie itself was flawed at many levels, but Akhtar himself is the individual credited to have come up with the idea of this film, along with being a producer. There was definitely a lot of creative free hand he had when it came to how the movie progressed, and yet so much of the emphasis of Tufan was bestowed upon this new trend in B-Town where actors get to show their dedication through some physical transformations that the characters themselves go largely unattended. Don't get me wrong though, I'm not questioning the actor's dedication here. These types of physical transformations are no joke, and we, the normal folks, can't even fathom achieving half of what Akhtar achieved here. But that's the point I'm trying to make. Manipulating with your body to look like a certain character at a certain age is the last thing to worry about for an actor. First, get the character motivations, emotions, mental state, and all those internal traits right. Craft can never replace art. It's a humongous asset on top of what you can do with that character otherwise, but that shouldn't be the focal point of your narrative. Toofan, the movie, and its entire marketing ploy as we speak, is trying to capitalize on this one thing going for it, Farhan Akhtar's physical transformations. There's nothing much the film has to offer in terms of its story or character arcs, and yet Akhtar is receiving quite the positive reviews for his performance. Again, is the transformation appreciable? Heck yes. But is that the barometer for us to now judge good acting? No. And frankly, I'm glad with Tufan's release, a lot of people are understanding these minute differences between well-acted characters and well-crafted characters. I just hope the next time Farhan Akhtar or any of these A-list actors take up roles that require some sort of physical transformations, they take them not because those roles require some sort of physical transformation, but because of what those characters are inherently about. Thank you for watching the video, guys. I hope you liked it. I'd love to hear what your thoughts about this sudden hike in Bollywood body transformations are in the comment section down below. Do you also think that bestowing such great deal of importance on these elements take attention away from the character itself and what the actor otherwise brings to the table? Please give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to Filmanter for more such videos ahead. With that out of the way, please have a safe week ahead. My name is Amir and I shall see you soon.